right, coffee morning down, or morning coffee down. Time to see if I can beat Captain America and the Avengers. Tried last night, but failed miserably. So got up this morning, had a cup of coffee, and now we're going to see if we can do it. I have to give myself 7 lives, because without it, I don't know if I'll beat it. All right, and this time I think we're gonna go Captain America all the way through. I was a little rusty too. I hadn't played it in I want to say at least a year. So let's see if I can beat it this time. Good morning to everyone that's joining. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Hopefully you got your steaks and your ribs and your burgers and your chicken ready. Not sure where everyone's tuning in from, but on the East Coast, it's not feeling much like summer yet. It still very much feels like March. But let's do this. Let's do this, Captain. Let's make it happen. Let's go. Yeah, I feel a lot better than I did yesterday. Yesterday was rough. I think we know what to do now. Whoa. Guy almost got me. Ramon, what's going on, man? How you doing? Hey, thank you. I definitely dodged that. Come on, bro. Alright, I'm gonna just start shield slashing these guys. I need that Quicksilver. Nice. Whoa. I can't believe I let this guy touch me. Oh, the way that guy laughs, it's like etched in my brain. Like, how did this dude grab me? Oh, come on, bro. You should be toast already. I'm hitting you with garbage cans and you're not. All right, this guy should be fairly easy to beat up. Just Dave, what's going on, man? Chilling like a villain without wheeling, dealing, stealing, or killing. That's the way to go, bro. That is the way to go. That's the one thing about video games. You can't... It's hard to get in trouble if you're just playing video games. Whoa. This guy's going 8. He's losing it. Okay, it's gonna whirlwind. It's gonna be hard to stop this guy if he's like whizzing around all over the place. Oh, bro, that's a cheese. This guy runs into me and I get hit. Dude, why isn't my shield slash doing like any significant damage? That was rough. That was rough. Never stop playing. What game is that? This is Captain America and the Avengers on the Sega Genesis. This is the Sega Genesis version, my favorite version. Just Dave, man, I went to my local retro store yesterday. They were having $1 games on sale. It was packed. Jeez, $1 games? That sounds pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Word, I want in on that too. Where is that store? Noel, what's going on, man? if I can make it to the airplane, I should be able to survive long enough to get some health. Of course, I get kicked. These guys get harder and harder to beat as you go down. It's in Nevada. It's going until Monday. Dude, I'm so far from Nevada. It's not even. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna miss that sale because. Yeah, I'm not even close. All right, we need to get some health so we can get our energy back up. Okay. We need some more health. Come on, we need some health. That's all right. So I'm talking about. I used to have like one of those cheat controllers that just did the automatic shoot, and that would make this level super easy. Like, it wasn't even fair. Yeah, it's the turbo button, bro. That turbo button, that button like works wonders on this level. Like, I'm really missing that turbo button. You know, like, there's so much PS3 stuff that is like really good, but not super expensive yet. And if you're like a fan of the PS3, there's so many games that you can get for the system that I think people aren't there with the PS3 yet. A big part of me wonders if the PS3 or the 360 will ever truly get to a level where it's like sustainably rare. I feel like the PS3 and the 360 are too close to they're too close to the PS4 and like the Xbox One generation. They're too close in terms of graphics. They're too close in terms of like libraries. Like, so many of the games that are on the PS3 have been moved to the PlayStation 4, with the exception of a few games like Puppeteer or what's it? Like, there's like one shoot 'em up. I can't remember the name of the game, but there's like a few PlayStation 3 games that never made their way to the PlayStation 4. But as a whole, I just feel like the PlayStation 3 is just too close to the PlayStation 4 to ever really be like, to ever really feel like its own. Hold on, I gotta concentrate because this Sentinel's about to kick my butt. I can't believe this dude grabbed me. Get out of here, man. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like the PS3, I don't know. I mean, it's a great console, I think, to get, like, if you don't have any consoles, if you don't have any, like, systems, or, you know, if you've never, like, collected for anything, the PlayStation, this guy just came out of nowhere and grabbed me. I feel like the PlayStation 3 is definitely a great place to start. Especially if you can get a backwards compatible one. Like, if you can find one, I know those are like really hard to find these days, but if you can find a backwards compatible PlayStation 3, that, in my opinion, that would be the way to go. But those are hard to find. I actually found one this month. I was pretty shocked when I did find one. And I found it at a thrift store, and even with me finding it at a thrift store, it was still like, it was still pretty expensive. I mean, it was 120, which 120 is like, I mean, that's a really good deal for a backwards compatible PS3, because typically those go for like 250 to like 300. So that's why I got it, and it was in decent condition. Like a lot of times when you see those like backwards compatible PS3s, they're usually super damaged. Like the flap is all broken, like, you know, stuff like that. But the one that I found was actually in pretty good condition. Can't believe I got hit by that. Let's see. I cannot let these little things hit me. Let's see. I used to have hand-me-down in my bedroom on a black and white TV. Yeah, man. As much as people hype up emulation, I think it's more convenient rather than owning a physical. Yeah, like emulation, honestly, emulation to me is all about convenience. Like that's what it's about. Like emulation is, for me, like emulation is all about convenience. That's the biggest benefit that I see in emulation. Um, you know, that's pretty much it. I don't think that I have a better gameplay experience on emulation. A lot of people say, oh, well, you could get a better picture quality when you emulate games, but how much better picture quality do I need for like a game like this? This is a 2D game. Like, this guy is tough. This guy is tough. This guy is definitely tough. I have to be careful with this dude. I have to keep him away from me. Yeah, he's trying to come for my neck right now. I love that shield, man. That shield works wonders, dude. I tried to sneak in another attack. Dude, I'm hitting this guy and it's barely taking any damage. Do you guys see this? This tomfoolery here? There he goes. Whew, I was able to get past him. Let's see. I got a modded Wii with a ton of expensive GameCube to. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about the modded Wii. Like modding a Wii, and I think that's definitely a good option. Honestly, like, so before I really started like game collecting heavy, I had a lot of games on my Wii, like Mega Man X. I had a bunch of N64 games on my Wii. This is when you could still buy games off of the Wii online store. I took advantage of that. Like before the Wii U and all that stuff, I was buying games on the Wii and emulating games on the Wii. So I'm not completely opposed to it at all. I think there's value to it for sure. It's just, you know, if you're a collector, you like having your physical games. Like, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, if you want to emulate, I say go emulate. If you want to collect, go collect. I think it's just different strokes for different folks, and I definitely see how, from a dollars and cents perspective, people would say, you know what, I'm just gonna, you know, people might say that they're just gonna emulate, because it does start to add up after a while. Like, it adds up for sure. That's depending on what you're collecting too. And in some cases, prices are going down, but in some cases, prices are actually like, they're going up, man. For certain consoles, prices are definitely going up. Like, they're not going down. Like, if I had to say, like, a system, if I had to pick out like a system that was like I said, reasonable, I mean, the 360 is still a great way to go. Like, But even with the 360, get ready to start coughing up some bread, man. You're gonna be paying some money if you're thinking about getting a 360. You're gonna be paying money for a lot of these games. They're not free. People aren't just giving them away. And even though like the 360 has somewhat crashed to a degree, like the 360 has crashed. Like there's a lot of games that have like come down on the 360. I remember when it was like at its peak hype, like last year, like Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage 2, that game was like $250. Like you had some games going for like $300, but I knew there was no way that was gonna be sustainable. Like no, people weren't paying that much. Whoa, people weren't gonna be paying that much for a lot of those games. This stage is a little tough because I know there's a whole army of these dudes that's about to come out right now. There we go, nice. Okay, took care of those dudes. Let me see, the only one, and I'm gonna catch up on all these comments too. Local game store got a bunch of TurboGrafx 16 games that I'm picking up this morning. Nice, Alan, nice. TurboGrafx 16. Hopefully some good stuff. Like TurboGrafx 16 it's tough. I had a local game store that had one. They've had it in their store for a while, and I tried to trade for it a while back, but they were never able to get the actual they were never able to get all of the hookups for it. They never got like the RFID, the actual power cable, and when it comes to a console like the TurboGrafx, if I can't get like all the hookups, I'm not gonna buy it. And they just could never get the hookups for it. So 2 games I want for the Wii are Caroline and Silent Hill Shattered Memories. I know about Shattered Memories. I don't know about the Caroline game. That one I'm not familiar with. But if you're into the Wii, a good one to look into is Pandora's Tower. If you've ever heard of that one, Pandora's Tower is a good one. It's like a cool RPG. I actually just picked up for the Wii. I did pick up a game like yesterday or the other day. I picked up Spyborgs. I don't know if you guys. That's a Capcom game. It's like a side scroller on the Wii. That game doesn't get a ton of like recognition or anything. It's not rare or anything. It's super cheap, but it's a decent side scroller. Yeah, Spyborgs. I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever played that one. Pretty good one. You're right, 360 is still substantial. I ran into... Whoa, I'm not paying attention. See what happens when I stop paying attention? Devil's Crush, Alien Crush, Fantasy Zone, Darkwing Duck, and Legendary Axe. Are those the TurboGrafx games you're talking about? Devil's Crush, Alien Crush, Fantasy Zone, Darkwing Duck? Darkwing Duck is dope. I like Darkwing Duck. I remember I had Darkwing Duck on my original Game Boy. But I feel like with Darkwing Duck, especially on the Game Boy, I feel like they just took the skin off of like DuckTales and put it on Darkwing Duck. You know, actually, I saw somewhere where they said that, for Darkwing Duck, they actually used their... Shoot. I caught him in a loop real quick. Come on. Nice. So I heard that when it came to Darkwing Duck, what they basically did with Darkwing Duck was they basically took all the elements of the Mega Man games for the Game Boy, and they just slapped Darkwing Duck skins on it. So essentially, Darkwing Duck on the Game Boy is Mega Man with a Darkwing Duck skin. And both were made by Capcom, and when you think about it, it like you can see it. Like if you play Darkwing Duck on the Game Boy and then turn around and play Mega Man, like they feel almost exactly the same. It's actually interesting when I realized that, because I had both games growing up. Okay, I think this is like the second to last stage, so we're getting really close. Last night I tried to beat this and I did not get close. I did not beat it. So play The Legend of Zelda. So I could play Zelda. I typically try to play games that I can beat in like 45 minutes to an hour on here. Zelda's one of those games that I just wouldn't be able to do that. But I'll think about it. Whoa. Yeah, I'll think about RPGs. RPG, I mean, I guess I could start like a streaming series where I play like an RPG and just, you know, every time we tune in, we just keep going with the RPG. I could do that. It just has to be the right RPG. Thinking about getting an Elgato to be able to stream, to give you guys better picture quality. I kind of like this streaming setup because it feels a lot more like, it feels like you guys are here sitting next to me watching the TV screen, as opposed to like the standard like streaming setup where, you know, I have like an in-picture, you know, view. But I know that for like more modern games, that's the preferred way to stream. So I'm working on that. I'm gonna look into an Elgato and figure out that whole setup. Bro, these guys are not going away, man. These guys refuse to go down. Good thing is I think I'm pretty close to the Red Skull now, so I should be getting close to where the Red Skull is. Damn, this guy's tough. He's gonna take me out. I've only got... Let me see if I can cheese him. Got it. Ah, he got me. I'm gonna see if I can take this dude down. We're going Captain America all the way. Let's go. Let's go. Ah, he got me. He's got that little roll. I gotta time that better. Damn. Damn it. Hold that shield, bro. Get out of here, man. Yeah, I'm gonna work on getting a better streaming setup. Are you fucking serious? That guy takes that much damage? Bro, that's bullcrap. How did he took like half my energy. That's a little fake, bro. There's no way. Come on, this is still Captain America. Let's be real here. A robot should not be able to do that much damage. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, they're sending the whole team at me. Damn, they're sending the whole gang. Was that guy just standing on the elevator? That was definitely a glitch. They're trying to waste as many lives as they can before I get to Red Skull. They're like, we cannot let this dude get to Red Skull with 5 lives. Who is this? I don't think is this Red Skull yet? No, this is Ultron, I think, the older Ultron. CRTs give you the full retro experience. They sure do, man. They sure do. Like, CRTs definitely give you the full retro experience for sure. I agree. Come on, how did I miss him? My shield was right in his face. This guy's reach is crazy. Back up, man. Gotta stay on the move. Whoa. Damn. My attacks are not taking enough energy from this guy. I can't trade blows with this guy. cannot trade blows with this dude. Whoa, it's raining fire out here. One of the things I like about this game is even though it's like a pixelated graphic style, it still looks like the comics. Like they tried to make it look like a, oh, come on, bro. They still try to make it look like the comics. Ramon, I've been buying and selling video games for almost 20 years. Why do you hate them? I just don't like those scumbag YouTubers. Once they blow up, they forget us. The prices, yeah. Thoughts on Switch 2, Y2K? I said this yesterday. I'm waiting on the Switch 2. I'm not buying a Switch 2 anytime soon unless like, I don't know, unless one of my kids sees it and they're like they really want it, but I don't see a need for it right now. There's really not many, there's not a lot of games out there for it. So it's like I don't see the rush in buying it. You know, when it's all said and done and you get everything that you need for it, like if you were to get all the accessories, the memory, you know, all the add-ons and stuff like that, when you add it all up, I mean, you're dropping damn near $800 for a Switch console that only has really like a few games out for it right now. So I just feel like it's a lot to spend on something that I'm gonna have to wait for games to like play on it. And a lot of the technical things that a lot of people are excited for with it don't really matter to me as much because I don't play a lot of, like, as you guys can see, I play a lot of very like old school 2D games that don't really require like the most high-tech graphics because they're all like pixelated games anyway. So I'll get it when it makes sense for me to get it. It just right now the Switch 2 just doesn't make sense. I'm not saying it's a bad system. I was actually excited when they announced it. I am hyped for it. I'm just not gonna buy it right now. Like I don't need it. That's part one. And part two, like during during times like this, when people are spending a lot of money on things like the Switch 2 and everyone's focused on the Switch 2, I usually try to take advantage of what everybody's not buying. So I'll go in and buy a bunch of stuff that I know no one cares about, like retro stuff, you know, and not just any retro stuff, but like the retro stuff people really don't care about. Like people still, I still feel like the Sega Genesis does not get the appreciation it should, even like now with all the information we have about the Sega Genesis and how many videos and how much people talk about the Sega Genesis. In my opinion, it still doesn't get like the respect it should get. So, and there's so many awesome games for it that like while everyone's stuck on the Switch 2, I'm buying like PlayStation 1 games, I'm buying Sega Genesis games, I'm buying original Xbox games, but only certain ones. So it's just, you know, for me the Switch 2 is it's not for me yet. I made the mistake of waiting to get a Switch 1. I ended up buying one from a scalper because they were sold out. I do buy and flip if it's good. Let's see. I've been preparing to eat the cost for a while. I mean, yeah, look, if you, gaming with hope, yeah, if you've saved up some money and you put a budget together for the Switch 2 and you have a plan, like anything else, if you plan for it, then you're golden. Like, don't listen to me. I mean, but if you didn't plan and like somebody like me, I didn't budget for the Switch 2. I didn't budget. I didn't, you know, set anything aside for it because I knew I wasn't gonna get it. Oh shoot! They had a whole gang right there waiting for me. Get off of me! This dude. Alright, I cannot. I need at least 2 lives to fight Red Skull, so you guys aren't. I'm not losing to all you guys. I'm definitely not losing to y'all. I'm definitely not losing to you guys. I've been feeling the same way even with new games releasing. I'd rather focus on retro. Yeah, I mean, it's different strokes for different folks, man. Some people like retro, some people want the new stuff. If you're into like the new stuff and you're getting like the PS5 and the Switch 2 and stuff like that, go for it, man. Like, go for it. Are you serious? think these guys did a lot of damage to me last time. Come on, I definitely had the shield up there first, and there's no way you're kicking through vibranium. Like, that makes no sense. Oh, the freaking buzzsaw. Come on, man. What happened to friendly fire? Dude, are you serious, bro? I hit this guy. They really don't want me to beat Red Skull. I mean, I have 3 lives, which is more than I did yesterday, so that's fine. I should have enough to beat Red Skull. No, none of... I can't let this dude... I can't let this dude grab me, man. This freaking guy. He grabs me and, like, takes, like, half my energy, see? These guys, when they grab you, get out of here. They take so much energy. I'm about to start throwing wrenches at guys. Okay, finally, here comes Red Skull. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 was the only one I've had my eye on. So the Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is actually a pretty good game, man. I can't lie, I gotta be honest. It's a good one. Shit. Yeah, the Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is... How did I get hit by that? I gotta focus, guys. Hold on. I gotta focus, because this guy right here is trying to take me out. Oh, he did the somersault attack. He's throwing landmines at me. They really don't want me beating Red Skull. I really walked right onto that landmine. Jeez Louise. I'm still hawking the market price in case crashes. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys think the market's gonna crash? Do you think a crash is on the way? Cause I don't really know. I don't really know. Like, do you guys really think the retro market will have a full flat crash? And then the question is, what does a crash even look like? Like, what does a retro market crash look like? Does it look like games going back to $2 and $3? Is it games losing 50% of their value? Like, when will people feel like the market has actually crashed? Is it gonna be based on video game availability, video game pricing? Like, I always hear about it. I always hear people mention it, but I'm always like, well, what does that even look like? Like, what does an actual crash? What the hell just hit me? Yeah, what does that, what does a crash even look like? I think this is what I think about this is what I think about the YouTube aspect of retro gaming. I think you have a lot of people on YouTube who got into retro gaming to build their channel, right? They got into retro video. Maybe they liked video games, or maybe they like video games, but they really bought into it in an effort to build a YouTube platform. And I think if it didn't work out, like, because their platform, it didn't work out for them, I think they're losing interest, not necessarily because they don't like video games, but because their YouTube platform isn't taking off. You know what I mean? Like, And so because it's not working for them YouTube wise, it's like, well, now retro gaming is dead. And if you're doing it for that, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Like right now in this live, I only have 10 people in this live. And I'm eternally grateful for the 10 people who decided to wake up on a Sunday morning and watch me play Captain America and the Avengers, right? But I'm not gonna look at that and be like, man, I'm a failed YouTuber, so I don't like retro games anymore. I would sit here and play this game whether you guys are watching it or not. And I think the YouTubers who are saying, man, retro is dead or it's dying, I think their channels are dying, or their interest in gaming is dying because they're not, people just aren't watching them anymore. And you have two types of YouTubers. You have the YouTubers who do it for the views, and you have YouTubers who do it because they actually like it. They collect because they like it. And that's where I think people get let down. And then comes the, you know, gaming is dead stuff, and then sometimes, and then a lot of times oh shit, did I just throw I just threw Red Skull across the screen. That's funny. I think a lot of that gaming is dead stuff is just clickbait. It's like, it makes for good. Oh, I beat him. Oh no. Oh, he's about to go Super Saiyan. Oh no. Oh man. It's another trap. Shit. Oh, I forgot this. I knew it was too good to be true. I was like, there's no way. What? Y'all see that beam? Oh my god. I'm not beating this guy, bro. I'm not beating this guy. I'm not beating this guy. Bro, my man has... Bro. I'm not beating this guy, bro. Come on, bro. You see that reach? There's no way, bro. We need Thor in here. Somebody call Thor. Somebody call Hulk. Please. Because Captain America is not about to do it. You see what this guy's working with? The artillery? Bro, I'm not beating this guy. We need somebody call Captain Marvel. If I pull this off, Captain America is the greatest. He truly deserves to hold Mjolnir. Ah. Oh, we got him down to about 20%, 25% of his health. Can we do it? Oh. Okay, we might have some traction. We might get close. Oh, he got me in the corner. He was like, yo, you're not hiding up here in this corner. This is my last life. Cap, we're rolling with you all the way. All the way, Cap. Vibranium. Captain freaking America. Let's go. We don't need Thor. Let's go. Get him out of here. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Captain America. Was that the Quinjet? Whew. I really thought I wasn't gonna beat that dude. He was hitting me with ice and fire and beams. Is this? Nice. I don't think it's over. Is there another level? I think there's another level. Is there another level? Yeah, of course it's not over. It's not over. Oh, we beat it. Okay, nice. Thanks to the brave and valiant efforts of our heroes, Avengers, Red Skull and his evil plan was crushed. The world could once again breathe. But for the Avengers and here, wherever it is, we did it on a Sunday morning. We beat it. Nice. Nice. It's been a while since I beat this game. Yeah, Captain America and the Avengers is classic, man. Yeah, yeah, that was clutch. Oh, Captain America. Go grab Mjolnir. I wonder if there's like a hack to this game where you, because I know there's a bunch of like homebrews. I've never gotten into the homebrew scene, but I definitely am thinking about getting into some of those homebrew games where they like introduce like Like for instance, where you have like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Streets of Rage and stuff like that. I think that's pretty cool. Let me see if I can catch up on some of these comments while the credits roll. Let's see. I have to go back. Let's see. I never gave $3 for $100 game. I do buy flip if it's a good price. Yeah, flipping is cool, man. Like, I'm not like, do what you got to do to get your games, man. That's where I'm at with it. Like, every market is different. You know, we all live in different. We all live in different parts of the world, different parts of the country, and it's just not easy. It's just not easy. Like, if you're in a major city, I say it all the time. It's just not easy. And in some cases, you gotta go the route that you can go. And if going the route is emulation or whatever it is, do what you gotta do, man. Do what you gotta do. But I feel like if the people talk about ownership, and I've heard people say like, oh well, your cartridges are gonna break down and your video games are gonna break down. So what's the difference between that and like emulation and stuff like that? And I don't know. I look at owning physical games. So like, I remember I bought my house when I was in my 20s, and I just remembered thinking like, I don't want to rent beyond 30. No knock to anyone who's renting, because there are cases where renting is better than owning. But for me, like, I just always wanted to own my home because of the fact that at least I know the money that I'm paying on my mortgage is essentially coming back to me in the form of equity, right? And like, I control the destiny of my house. If I want to make additions to it, if I want to sell it, if I want to paint it, if I want to trade it, whatever, it's my house. As opposed to renting, like the only, I can't do, all I can do in a rented unit is live in it. Like I can't, I have to ask the landlord permission if I can paint the walls. If the landlord doesn't do his job, he can lose ownership of the building, and then, all the tenants get kicked out. Like there's just no control. And I think the difference honestly between like, emulation or like, things like that versus like owning the cart, to me it's just ownership, man. It's just you have more control. You have more control over your games. You can't trade games that you emulate. You can't, and again, it's two different conversations. If you're talking about just strictly playing video games, then I say that the argument between emulation and physical games is balanced. But if you're talking about collecting games, and I had one person one time tell me like, "Oh, collecting isn't a hobby," and that was like probably one of the dumbest comments I've ever heard. Like, how is collecting not a hobby? People collect all sorts of stuff. Jay Leno collects cars. You have millionaires and billionaires who collect sports memorabilia. It's definitely a hobby. You know what I mean? But if you're talking about the hobby of collecting, I don't know. It's just you kind of lose me with some of that. From Kurdistan, I don't even know where Kurdistan is, but man, Mosa, welcome, welcome, man. Don Diavolo, welcome, welcome. Oh, Ramon, you're in Florida. Nice. Florida must be real nice right now. That's what's up. Yeah, guys, who's that? Got a copy of Rapid Reload as well. Wow, you found it at a local flea market. And how much did you pay? Now I'm really intrigued. You found a copy of Rapid Reload at a flea market? You gotta tell me, Don, how much you paid for that. You gotta tell me how much you paid for that. I'm not ending the live until you tell me how much you paid for that, because that's interesting. How much did you pay for that? Because I know Rapid Reload is super expensive. 55 euros. So 55 euros, I know the euro is worth more than the dollar, I think, still, right? So I don't know what that would translate to. I don't know what, 70, 75 US dollars at a flea market for was it complete, or was it the disc only? Was it good condition? What was the condition like? Take it easy, just Dave. $60 or so. Was it complete? Did it have the manual and everything? No cracks? What would you give it? 8 out of 10 condition? 9 out of 10? because I actually have that game. My copy isn't in the best condition. My copy is actually in, it's probably, let me think. I gotta go find my copy, but my copy's probably in like 7 out of 10 condition, I would say. Um, but yeah, I'm interested to know what was the condition. So the disc is 9, the manual's 9, and case is 8.5. Dang, dude, I'm gonna be honest. I think you got a killer deal, man. That's a steal. Let me see if I can find my copy. My copy. Okay, here's my copy. So my copy is in okay shape. It's not in the best shape. My copy is in okay shape. The disc, I would say, is, the manual on mine is rough. Like definitely rough, but definitely one of my favorite games. I actually have the disc in my PlayStation now, because I was playing it the other day. But good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah, okay. So then it sounds like you got a deal, man, at a flea market. So 55 at a flea market for a game like Rapid Reload would be like us here in the US. That would be like me finding a copy of Klonoa for $50, because Klonoa is still a really expensive PlayStation 1 game. That's probably what I would equate that to. Either like a Klonoa or like a Misadventures of Tron Bond is probably that. So you got a hell of a deal, man. I need to fly to Belgium. I need to go out there and see what you guys got. Nice. And it was authentic. I've been wanting to go to Europe for some time now anyway, so I gotta put that together for sure. Oh, you have Tron Bond too? Nice. Nice, man. That one's on my wish list. I have not got it yet, but oddly enough, I think there was a copy of Tron Bond on I think there was a copy of it available on GameStop's website, but I just missed out on it. But look, that does it, guys. That does it for this live. I will catch you all perhaps later on this afternoon. Maybe I'll do another live. I'll see you all there. You guys take it easy. Happy Memorial Day if you're in the US. Take it easy.